Hello. How's it going? I have a little bit of a, well, I've had, a cold for ages, but like it's sort of, I'm feeling it today, so apologies about that if I sound sort of bunged up. I am. Stretchy, stretchy, stretch. Stretchy, stretch. I failed my exam, so I'm hoping the stream will make me feel better. I'm sorry to hear that, Luna. Oh, that sucks. I'll do my best to make the stream entertaining. Sorry to hear that. You sound tired more than sick. I mean, I am tired. I've slept absolutely terribly the last few days. A couple of days ago I went to bed at midnight. Not midnight, sorry, 4 a.m, which is sort of my normal. I normally go to bed between like 4 and 8 a.m. Because I work nights. I went to bed at 4 a.m, woke up at 8 a.m, and then just couldn't get back to sleep. And this is like, I think this was Wednesday. So I couldn't get back to sleep until like early afternoon. And then like last night I went to bed. I don't know. It's all messed up. It's horribly messed up. But I've not had to skip any streams this week, so that's one plus. Hey Nathan. Yeah, the main thing with being the sick thing right now is that I just can't reliably clear my nose. And I'm like 95% sure it's because of the whole broken nose thing. It's just a consistent issue that I just can't overcome. So I look forward to seeing a doctor sometime in the next month or two. Oh, that came out of nowhere. Sorry about that. Like, mentally I feel fine, I just sound ill. So hopefully that doesn't impact too much. Depending on how I breathe, I might not read any credenza today. Yeah, I don't know what happened with my nose. Like, I legitimately didn't notice it for a while. My best guess is back when I was about 15. Because I have a black belt. Back when I was about 15, I was practicing combination techniques with this other guy, and he was really bad at pulling his punches, and I took an elbow to the face at full power, and that is the only time I've taken like a real big hit to my face. Like once I rolled into a hedge, but that seems less likely. Whereas the full elbow to the face seems entirely possible, you know? So I think that's when it happened, which was about 16 years ago. This has been getting progressively worse. Good luck finding a good doctor. Well, I'm in the UK, so we're the NHS. So given that it is severely impacting my breathing, it's unlikely I'll need to pay anything for it. And I'll almost certainly have an NHS doctor. You know, the UK has its problems, but healthcare service, I mean, the service isn't great, but like the paying for it and the finding a doctor and stuff is generally not an issue here. I feel that I have brittle bones, so I generally stay away from that, but I broke a lot when I did martial arts as a kid. Never went far due to that. Yikes. That sounds tough. Like, I'm generally quite resistant to pain. I didn't even notice I had a broken nose for literally years. And is to be honest, it was only like 2-3 years ago that I actually had it confirmed that it was broken. Because before then, it barely impacted me. Like, I always had a cold, but that wasn't a big deal to me. Anyway, time to get on with stuff. Also, what do you guys think of the music? Because this is a song I really, really, really like. It's a bit more upbeat. Maybe it's a bit too intense or upbeat for the like 10-minute waiting song. You will have to let me know what you think. But yes, right. Let's go to the game, shall we? I do need to turn on Mini-Me. There's Mini-Me, hello. My brother has a similar problem. He broke his nose as a child and now it's slightly crooked and occasionally messes with his breathing. It's not as bad as yours though. Yeah, mine turns. My nose, like, this is how I found out I had a broken nose. That it gets down to I don't know, halfway down, and then it literally turns like 45 degrees. It's not massively noticeable unless you're sort of tracing your fingers down the ridge of the nose. Then it's very noticeable. But again, that was not something I did for years. Not something I thought to do. Anyway, enough about my horrible broken nose. Let's get on with this stuff, shall we? Hello and welcome back to Garen Reaver vs. Live Library of Ruina. As I said I would, between last stream and this stream, I have done some overhauling. I have gone through, I have rebuilt almost all of the decks, or well, I haven't rebuilt almost all of the decks. I've rebuilt almost all of the these things. So now every floor has at least 2 people with speed. So I won't go through them now, we'll go through them as and when, but yeah, we are in a much better position now. I quite like doing it this way, like going through, and it means I can spend my time on it without sort of trying to rush through it. I overhauled a couple of decks as well. We'll see those as and when. The other thing I've done is I found a spoiler-free list of battle symbols. And I have basically written out a list of the unlock requirements for loads of battle symbols, or basically all the battle symbols, up to the one before I'm on, up to what's it called? Up to Urban Legend, I think. So it's Canard, Myth, and Legend. So I've got all of those. If people are interested, I could try and unlock some of those, because like some are specific, like win with this equipped. Some are use these pages to do this X number of times. So the main reason no, I can't remember where I was going with that. So yes, that is something we can do. I don't know what any of them do. I didn't read into what they do. I didn't go any further. It's literally just the unlock requirements is all I have. I don't even know which ones are which. I just wrote down a massive list of unlock requirements. So there's like a page and a half of them on my little notepad. If that is something you would be interested in seeing, I can do that now. I could do that later in the stream. I could do that in a whole separate stream. Basically go through and unlock them. Or unlock them all for one character. And then off camera I can unlock them all for all the characters. If you have someone using a deck that fulfills requirements, unlock it. Yeah, well, a lot of them are like, defeat this person, or be defeated. Like, one of them is literally be defeated by Lulu. So, yeah, if it's a pain when you want to shuffle stuff around. Ah, that's true. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what any of them do, so like I don't know which of these are actually helpful for any given character. But theoretically, for stuff like, hang on, something like inflict 3 bleed with bistro pages, I could just make a deck that has bleed bistro pages and just attach it to a key page and then just move the key page around so everyone can use it. It's quite easy to do that in this. So yeah, I will most likely do the majority of that off camera. I wanted to mention it, and if you do want to see any of that, let me know. We can maybe do that later on, just to show you what it will be like. And then after a couple go, actually, yeah, this is quite tedious. I'll just do it off camera. But for now, what's this? Oh yeah, that's the Kurakumo. Did I beat these? I didn't, did I? Did I? Did I beat these? I don't remember. I think I did, didn't I? They're not glowing. Yeah, they are glowing. Did I beat Kurakumo? Kurakumo? I don't remember. Anyway, let's start off with this one. Book of Walter and Isadora. Oh, if it shows the faction symbol, you beat it. Okay, cool. Right. Let's start off with this one then.
스승님, 차는 늘 드시던 대로 준비했습니다.
I prepared your usual tea, master.
고맙네, 필립.
Dawn operator and Dawn fixer. Thank you, Philip.
저
Master.
스승님,
이런.
Good grief.
못난 친구의 소식을
This is what I must hear from my old friend. This tea has a strong aroma and taste today. I like it.
예.
Thank you for the compliment, sir.
오랜 친구의
What is the news you received from your old friend, if I may ask?
필립군.
Philip, have you heard of the library?
예. 협회에서 도시 전설로 지정한
Yes,
사건
although I know
정보를 알고 있습니다.
little about it other than it's an urban legend.
얼마 전 도시 질병으로
It has
등급이
recently been
올라갔다.
exalted into an urban plague, and it appears the Zvai section 6 fell victim to it.
그렇다면 그
Then the old
친구
friend of
이름은
yours is...
그래, 월터지.
Yes, it's Walter. He seems to have fallen in the library.
못난 친구야.
Foolish old pal. He struggled so much to rise up the ranks, and yet this is how he ends.
안타깝네요.
I'm sorry for your loss. I heard he was your colleague back in the Zvai. It must be heartbreaking.
상심이 크긴
My
났어.
heart is unscathed, boy. I was never fond of Walter.
예?
Pardon?
그릇이 작은
He didn't
친구였지.
quite have the potential to be a capable man. He seemed clever, but his thoughts were one-dimensional. What a little prick he was.
게다가 말끝마다
And his habit of
물음표를
making
붙이며
rhetorical
질문해도
questions. Goodness, that was annoying. I really hated him. I'm glad he's dead.
그런데
Although I suppose he did have some talent, seeing as he managed to stay in Section 6 without getting demoted further. Perhaps it was
육고에서 더 밑으로 떨어지지
suave,
않는 것만으로도 다행이었지.
Sorry, I'm completely failing how to pronounce this word. I know the constituent parts, I just can't do it in my head. Oh god, why am I failing miserably to say this one word? Like noir. Savoir? Savoir faire. Yeah. Savoir faire, or mere luck.
이놈의 지긋지긋한 쌍화차 냄새.
I'm sick of this smell of sangwacha. It's even stronger today.
어서 오세요, 선배.
Hello, Sionbe.
필립. 아주
Hello,
날마다
hey,
이상한 차
Philip.
타는 실력이
Looks like you're getting better at making tea day by day, huh?
그렇다네.
He certainly is. Philip is an
쌍화차
expert when it
만드는
comes to
솜씨가
brewing
유용해.
sangwa cha.
나도 제대로 한번
Maybe I should
배워서
learn from him so that I can make some for my wife.
감사합니다.
Thank you.
무슨 그런 묘한 표정으로 웃어?
Cut it out with that awkward smile. You didn't join our office to make tea all day.
유나 양. 필립 군은
Now,
실제 성과도
Yuna.
훌륭하다네.
Philip has shown excellent results in the field as well. He's become a proud grade 5 fixer now.
쌍화차 만드는 솜씨를
If his
신입사에
sangwa cha
반영했다면
expertise counted towards grade evaluations, he would have become a grade 1 and gotten a color too. I'm just kidding.
그래.
Yes, if he were to receive a color, perhaps it would be a bright yellow, or much like the hue of this egg yolk floating atop the tea. That sounds disgusting.
내가 좋아하는 캐나리의 색과도 같지.
Ho ho, it's also the color of Forsythia, my favorite flower.
스승님, 제발
Oh yeah, there is a
그만하세요.
moth, isn't there?
필립이
It's
뭘
like
보고
a yeah.
그러겠어?
That's I think that's a moth rather than a butterfly, but it could be a butterfly, I guess. Yeah, interesting. Please stop with the silly jokes, Master. Philip needs a trusty role model.
어쨌든
Anyway, I've taken
상대방의
care of the
의뢰는
request
마무리하고 왔습니다.
regarding the 1,000 needles.
대단해요, 선배.
Wow, you're
단독으로
impressive,
도시 전설
Sanbei.
의뢰도 해결하시고요.
Solving an urban legend class request on your own.
마지막에는 위험했어.
Whoa.
어디서 구했는지 몰라도 뇌간집속 공명기를 이용해서 녀석들의 몸이 한 덩어리로 뭉쳐졌다니까.
It was kind of dangerous at the end. I don't know where they got it, but they started merging into one using the brainstem focus resonator.
그 속에서
The building started melting, needles kept pouring out of that lump like crazy, people struck by those needles started exploding and creating chaos. It was awful.
게다가 그 배우는
And the culprit behind that was...
역시 그 배후는
Was it yesterday's
어제의
promise
약속이었나?
as expected?
맞아요. 그런
Yeah,
것
that seemed
같은데요.
to be the case.
솔직히 믿을 순 없지만
I honestly didn't want to believe it, but it looks like magic really does exist.
바늘마다 이상한 문양 같은 게 새겨져
Strange
있더라고요.
symbols and stuff were carved on every needle.
그리고
I
그런
haven't even heard of any other
듣도
amplification
보도
device
못했어요.
that can do that. Not from my
적어도
knowledge, at
제가
least.
아는 선에서는요.
그래도 무사히 처리했지 않은.
Still, you've dealt with it and came back alive. You are the pride of our office, Yuna.
어째 제가 다
Feels like I'm the
먹여
only
살리고
one
있는 것
working member,
같지만요.
though.
게다가 사무소는
A monthly
둥지에
rent is
있어서
rather
월세도
intimidating
살
since our office is in the
이번
nest.
의뢰비로는
You know the
괜찮은 거
request I
아시죠?
just did won't be enough to cover it, right?
그 문제라면 괜찮다네. 앞으로
No need to worry about our
걱정 없을
financial
만한 일은
situation.
받았어.
I received a request that could keep us afloat for 3 months.
도시 질병급이라도
Is that an
돼요.
urban plague class job or something?
그렇다네.
It is indeed.
도시
An urban plague?
질병이
무슨 일인데요?
What is it about? Is our office going alone?
도서관이라네.
It's the library. I tried contacting the Wedge office, but they seem to be busy with their own work. Thus, we'll be taking care of it by ourselves for now. Besides, this request was directly assigned to us by the Zwei Association. Perhaps they deem that they need an office proficient in combat for this job.
알겠어요. 그럼
Got it.
연락
I'll make some
올릴게요.
calls then.
Please.
Please do, Yuna.
저에게는
This is going to be my first time handling an urban plague class case.
그렇지, 필립군.
That is true, Philip.
도시 질병급 의뢰는
I know this is your
처음이겠지만
first time with an
긴장하지는
urban plague
말게.
class request, but try to loosen up, you tightwad.
나나 유나 양을
Think of it
보고
like a
배우는
learning
경험이라고
experience.
생각하는 게
Watch how
좋을
I or
거야.
Yuna act on the field.
이번 일을 잘
If we get this job
마무리한다면
done, why don't we throw a party at your house like last time, Gramps?
유나 양.
You surely have ways to get yourself fed, Yuna.
제가 한 먹상
You know how much I
하잖아요.
love to eat, don't you, Gramps? And your cooking is awesome too.
홈파티인가요?
House party, huh?
왜 그리 울상이야,
Why the
필립?
long face, Philip?
도시질병 사건을 맡아서
Got you
혹시
nervous to take on
긴장한
an
거야?
urban class? Urban plague? I don't know why I keep calling it urban class. Oh, sorry, go, give me a moment.
아니에요.
It's nothing.
뭐 아니면 됐어.
Well, alright then. I'll be
먼저
preparing
준비하고
first.
있을게요.
필립군.
Oh, Philip, how about a small
일이 끝나면
conversation between the two of us
잠시
once this
우리
job
이야기라도
is
하는 게
done?
어떤데?
네?
Sure.
고민이 있는
It seemed as
것으로
if you had
보여서만.
concerns in your mind.
알겠습니다.
Understood, sir.
저
Oh,
할아버지는
that
아직도
Gramps is still doing
해결사를 하고
fixer
계시네.
work.
아는 사람?
You know him?
별건
There's
아니고.
nothing huge. I came
예전에
across him a
몇
few
번
times in the
스쳐지는
past and
곳에
owed him some
친해진 적이
favors.
있어.
Yeah, they're really sort of subtly building Roland up, aren't they? It's like, oh yes, oh I know this guy who's like at least a grade 4 fixer most likely. Yeah, I owe him some favors. Oh, sorry, just getting a blanket on. It's a little bit cold.
잔뼈가 굵은 해결사기도
And he's
하고
one of the veterans too.
꽤 전의
He made his
일이지만
bones to a
젊었을
degree in
때
the
연기
smoke war
전쟁에서
when he was younger.
먼저
확실히
He
인맥이
did
꽤
seem
넓은
to
것
have
같아
many
보였어.
connections.
뭐 그때에 비하면
Although he's washed up now,
지금은
just like
나처럼
me.
괴물이지.
너보다 잘
He
나가는 것
seems to be
같은데.
faring much better than you, though.
꼭 그렇게
Did you really have to
사실을
stab me with
말해야
those facts? I could stab you with these blades instead.
내부는 꽤
Oh wow,
그렇습니다.
I did not expect all three of them to just show up like that. Oh, okay, this is gonna be tough. The interior is pretty slick.
심야에 최장박과
Reminds me of the factory we raided as part of the Midnight Pancreas Burgers request.
제발 좀.
Oh, please, I don't want to be reminded of that case. And I'm not seeing any similarities here. I like that she's still got a coffee. She's like, yeah, this is routine for me. I'm just going to take my coffee into the library. Why not?
그 공장도
I mean, that factory was also pretty clean and moody for a place where terrible things... Ho ho ho! Philip.
아까 마신
I almost got to retaste the sangua char I drank a bit ago. You almost made me throw up with your stupidity.
죄송합니다.
Sorry, sir.
환영합니다, 손님.
Greetings, dear guests.
반갑네.
A pleasure to meet you. You must be Angela.
엔젤라겠고.
예. 이곳의 관장이자 사장입니다.
Yes, I'm the director and librarian of my role's namesake.
자네를 죽이려면
Tell me, what should we do to
어떻게
kill
해야
you?
하나?
저도 궁금하네요.
I'd like to know that as well, huh?
그렇군.
I see. You have the capability for casual banter, huh?
스승님,
Let's
말
cut
길게 끌 거
the
없지
chat
않아요?
short, shall we, master?
엔젤라야.
Now, Angela,
그렇게나
do not hope
많은
to meet a
죽음을
peaceful
머금고
end after
편하게
imbruing
마무리 지을
your
생각하지
hands in so much
말게나.
blood.
피차 마찬가지로
I
보이네요.
believe the same can be said of you.
그럼
May
당신의
you
책을
find your book
찾으실
in
수
this
있게.
place, then. Well, Salvador seems like an arsehole, but... yeah. I like that he didn't just go for the attack. He's an arsehole with standards. And I just realised I'm saying that when he's got a thing called the Crack of Dawn. Anyway, Sangwa cha is a type of Korean tea with egg yolk on top of it. Sounds like a very weird mix, but I kind of want to taste it. I've never got along with much tea. Like, I tried peppermint tea, which sounds like it should be nice, and I could not stand it at all. Yuna also has metal arms, so she does. Sionbei, meanwhile, means something akin to senpai, an upperclassman, someone who joined the company before you. That makes sense. They're all going to die. Roland gets around. 3 bozos coming in to wreck your faces. Hey, Lam. Philip, you're not helping the mood. Yeah, 2 object art. Right, what are we dealing with? 2 to 6 speed. He's an object day art as well. At the start of the act, 3 random allies gain protection. Yikes. On a successful hit, deal 1 to 2 stagger if the target has burn. Ah, we got some more burn. Good. When inflicting burn using combat pages, apply an extra stack. Inflict burn. Draw a page. Reduce power of opponent's next dice by 2. Wow. It's not very high chance of success, though. Am I missing something? Because these don't seem very good. I suppose they're low cost, so he's going to spam them. Yeah, I think that's how he works. Give 2 protection to other allies next scene. 7 to 18. There it is. Okay then. That's the one that's the issue. Lone Fixer. At the end of each scene, gain 3 strength if no other allies are present. Okay, kill her first. When inflicting burn using combat pages, apply an extra stack. Burn. Butterfly slash. Butterfly. Haha. That's interesting. Okay. Eject. Reduce power of targets. Current dice by 1. Interesting. What cost is that too? Passion. Gain power by double the current emotional level. Yikes. Okay. That seems really powerful. I'm worried that's one I'm not going to be able to get. Stigma workshop weaponry. When inflicting burn, gain extra. Is that what they all have? Yes, it is. Stigmatize. Gain 1 negative emotion point. Weird. Alright. What are their weaknesses? Nothing, slash, and blunt. What do we have? I have made some tweaks, as I've mentioned. Malkuth's team is now varied, so we've got like slash, blunt, and pierce there in case I encounter an all-rounders. Good try, Malkuth's team. Yeah, Malkuth hasn't gone up for a while. Alright. I'll end up being a burden to others if I don't try. Don't expect to get away scot-free. Let's strike first before the opponents start attacking. That's some power ramping. First person to compare me to a watermelon gets splatted. Hello, future people. All right, to remind you how this, how these guys work. Malkuth is low cost slash attacks. Nathan is a discard and pierce build, and Melon is he used to be a brawl. Now he's just blunt. So he's using some of the music cards. I had to refight that like 3 times because I didn't get much. Well, I didn't have any like meow ones, and then I didn't get any. Didn't get many hard rehearsals, so I had to refight that a couple of times. Right, what are we looking at? Melon doesn't have a blunt weapon, they have a sword. Yeah, that doesn't matter in Project Moon. He's bonking with a blunt end. Well, there's nothing saying the sword is sharp. It could just be a big stick. Okay. I can't do any intercepting. That sucks. Yikes, that is nasty. Yeah, alright, I'll go with heavy peaks. So I need to kill her first, because she can't be the last one left. 1 to 5, 1 to 4, 1 to 6. One to 5, 1 to 4, 1 to 6. Yeah, I don't want to hit that with that, do I? Yeah. Alright. Nice. Not good. Not bad. Nice. Not bad at all. Hey, Eurist. I love the damage on the floor. It's such a cool idea to show the damage of the battle over time. That's just a really great touch. Alright. 1 to 6, 3 to 4. I'm gonna have to do this one. Again, no interception I can do. Seven to 18, yikes. Yeah, you know won't last long, I don't think. Ooh. Nice, nice. Oof. Staggered. Dead. It's the fault of my ineptitude. I'll give that to Malkuth. So someone in this department is almost certainly going to get these burn cards because it already leans into the burn with the matchstick girl. No, it can't be. This is unexpected. Oh dear, Philip, I believe you should save your strength and retreat. Okay, they're all going for Nathan all of a sudden, but we can do a load of intercepting, so that's okay. Damn, I guess Malkuth doesn't... I thought Malkuth had drawing cards, I guess not. Yeah, it'll probably be the new person who gets the fire. Ooh. 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 Not a great round for me. I'll give that to Alan. Yeah, it has been a weirdly long time since the last Abno fight. One to 6, 1 to 5, 2 to 7. Oh, staggered. No, Melon's gonna get splattered. Oh, this is sort of turned, doesn't it? I can't intercept the speed attack either. That's because you're doing things in an order that's stopping you from getting the books needed for Avno fights. I'm walking blindly through a maze here. Nobody's fault that I'm missing all the treasure chests. Stigmatized is fun. Yeah, I'm out of cards basically. Melon is gonna die from the burn next turn, I think. Oh, but he's staggered. Footfalls. Oh well, Melon's fucked. Oh, Melon's dead. You did well. Rest in peace. Don't blame yourself. I'm sure you did your best. Oh, good, I do have a draw. Bloody hell. He's up to 3 now. Alright, what was his deal? Gain power by double the current emotional level. Which is 3. Yeah, I think I underestimated that. Ooh. Nice hit. Staggered. Okay. Completely going for Nathan. Yikes. Yeah, Nathan's dead. Alright, hit back as best you can. Staggered. Dead. Ooh, dead. I'm too much of a cow to get anything done. You must have gotten tired, seeing as your attacks became more and more predictable as time went by. What a prick. I see why he and Roland got along. Yeah, I've lost this fight. Oh, Malkuth ran out of cards completely. Ugh. Hey, Hack the Jack. One can predict their opponent's next move. Thank you for your service, Yuna. Yikes. I got 2 books of Una. Alright. I'll just burn them both because I'm going to have to refight it. Burn, eject. Alright. Hey, Melon. Don't worry, we're gonna have to refight it. I lost. Alright. Guess I'll just try it again. I think I've still got spares. I have.
스승님,
Alright. So, Malkuth didn't do very well. Who else? I don't want to just default to using HOD again. Oh, the story section. Yeah, sorry. Pierce isn't very good here because none of them are weak to Pierce. The opposite, in fact. Blunt. I think Blunt is my best bet. Who's Blunt? Yesod. Yesod. He's been changed slightly, I think. Corlinium has been upgraded to speed and has a load of meow stuff and completely blunt stuff. And Ryan has got my upgraded Brawl deck. I don't know if it's going to work. We will find out together. But we'll give this a go. I really like Yod. That's because I was thinking about Yesod. I really like Hod and Hod's floor. It sounds biased because I'm there and it's like, oh, the floor with Garen on is his favourite. No, it's the floor with Hod on. But also in a gameplay sense. So I love it when it works up so the character you like is also the character you're good with. Wow, there is actually a chance of me outmatching him in a 1-to-1 there. Oh yeah, sorry, all 3 have got speed. Yod, that's an interesting ship. Disclaimer, I do not ship that. Also, I gave them some new nicknames, which apparently is the only place where it's actually written up there. So keep an eye out. I'm not going to point them out, but keep an eye out for other nicknames that I've given people. Let's go for Una again. Actually, we'll just deal with the counters first. 4 to 6. The optimum way to deal with it is a block die on the second slot. That's a good call. Sadly, I do not have one. Intercept that. free stagger attack on her. Don't waste light restore turn 1. He needs it. He's gonna spend 3 and then immediately gain 2 back. Yeah, or I'm going to go for Yun first, because if he does run away, I didn't see him run away, but people in the chat said he would. He did, so if he's going to run away, there's no point saving him till last, or anything. Light restores an emotional level up. I'm not fully 100% on level. I'm just gonna do this. Nice! Oh, not nice. Oh, no, I just realised why that failed. Yeah, sorry, that was a miserable failure on my part. Not bad. Nice. Very nice. Metallic ring for Colinium. Go with Brawl. Actually, I'll wait. I'll do camps first. 3 to 6, 3 to 7. Two to 7. Yeah, I know that I've gone up in emotional level and that everything is restored. I'm not disputing that. It's that I wasn't certain that it would increase. Don't worry. I'll get there. Comes to that one. Brawl him. Yeah. Nice. Nice. No, not great. Ooh, bad. Didn't even stagger him. Staggered, good. Nice one. Gonna brawl the second. Oh damn, Colinium probably needs a draw card because he's out of cards now. Uh-oh. I didn't give many of these draw cards. And I didn't think I need it, but I forgot that they're now on 2 speed. What's he hitting with? I want to guarantee he's down. Oh, staggered. He wouldn't. He's not down. He's staggered though. Ooh. His stagger's refilled. Oh, is that because his emotional went up or something? Damn. Yeah, I need to focus Una more. Oh, did he actually get staggered? Sorry, I didn't think... For some reason, I didn't think I had staggered him. Yeah, there's not much I can do here. I think I'm going to take him out, though. Sorry, Colinium. You're screwed. Oh. Not bad. There's no need for all of us to share the same fate. Watch for the timing and run away. The situation isn't looking good. Remember, Luca, suggest or request, but please don't tell. Something I'm confused about. How can he run away? Like, and he's not the first to do it. Who was it? Walter also ran away. But I don't know how they can. I thought the idea was that they were trapped here. And they either walk away victorious or die. I don't know how they manage it. Alright, if I do this and then this, that will guarantee that it's going to use Scratch That. The library doesn't trap people as far as I know. People who don't want to fight definitely aren't trapped. I suppose that goes into the whole it's a voluntary thing, but still. I guess I just assumed. I know it's scripted, but like, I mean in lore rather than mechanically. Alright, now I need to take out Una. Yeah, he's gonna die, isn't he, the moment he does anything because of the burn. Piss. Well, do your best. On. Alright. I still didn't see him run away. I was looking for it that time and I missed it. He didn't die. Why is he not dying to the burn? Oh, at the end of the scene. Sorry, burn, not bleed. Burn, not bleed. I keep getting those confused. Alright, give that 2. Yeah, we've got this now. Look at that. Strength and 3, but paralyzed, bound, and fragile. It's all over. Oof. Just run away basically by sliding very quickly to the left instead of the usual turning to pages on the spot. Yeah, I guess I need to look out for him more. I think because the moment I know they're going to lose, I stop paying attention. I like read the chat or think about what I'm doing next. Most of the people coming in here are very desperate. Fleeing doesn't even enter their minds. The rest of them we don't let escape except for a few lucky ones. I suppose so. Oh, hey, Ranto. To Salvador for Una. We can help you with anything, and... Okay, oink, oink pig. That Gramps still hasn't changed after so many years. Well, he has now. He's dead. He didn't seem to recognize you, though. Well, I wasn't there. Fixers meet so many people in their lives, it's pretty much impossible to remember them all. And Gramps knows even more people than most fixers, so there's no way he can recount everyone he'd met. Excuse me. Oh, hey, Mimic. Not like he needs to, though. And he's old, so his memory is probably crap. He's such an asshole. Why didn't you say to him that you knew him then? I just didn't want to make a scene. Giving him the time of day would only make both of us uncomfortable. You're both assholes. Imagine walking up to your enemy in battle and saying, "Hey there, we were friends 3 years ago, remember?" It'd be awkward for sure and bothersome too. I don't know, Deadpool pulled it off. I don't dislike how you try not to leave any loose ends. In relationship. I guess so. I gave up caring about bonds long ago. You know, when my pregnant wife died, probably around then. And as I say from time to time, you never know when anyone will stab you on the back in this world, even those who you casually joke with. Gramps knew that better than anyone, I'm sure. Yay, 2! Wow, bloody hell. Salvador and Salvador. Was literally just watching plebs die and die again blissfully unaware the stream was happening. Well, I'm obviously going for Hod's one. Oh, Hod, why would you do this? Hod, no, why? Also terrible, but in a very different way. Alright then. Oh god. Ah! I never really noticed this, so I had to be careful not to step on its offspring, but man, spiders are fucking horrible. Yeah, nasty. It never even comes down unless someone hurts its babies. It was merciless, but I still loved its children. You're too pure for this world, Hod. Alright, what are we dealing with? Ugh. Dinner time targets foes with the cocoon status effect. Ah. Track. Target foes that have killed an ally. The hunt begins, becomes active, and targets foes for 2 scenes after an ally died. Okay. Disarm. Ooh, that's new. I don't know what disarm does. Thin webbing. Eesh. So can I just attack this? Ranta called it untargetable, so I'm guessing it can only be killed in clashes. Yeah, okay, sure. Oh yeah, Larm is now a self-bleed, so he's also got speed, he's got, was it Gcan's page? Garen has, I think he's got Sayo's page. Yeah, I'm not reading what it's saying. I'm just not acknowledging this. Alright. Just fine, want to beat it up, I guess. Why does that take precedence? I don't understand that. Can anyone explain that? We have it. It was targeting Hod's 4-speed, and then a different 4-speed goes against it, and it overruled it. Is it because it's the first one? If I do it in the second, no, second one overrules it as well. Why does it do that? Because it was played last. Because that was something that was confusing me. Okay. That was something I was really unsure about in previous times that's come up. Because that's never stated anywhere. Alright. Wow, max damage did nothing. Axe on Hod. Wow, so many ones. What are these things rolling? I can't see, can I? Three things are going for this, so I'm going to have to do some intercepting. Nice. One dead. Two dead. Oh no, staggered, sorry. Don't bother, it could have been us hanging up there. Okay, 10 speed. On hit, inflict cocoon. Catching food. Fairly certain that both dice you're using to target it are fast. You can pick which one takes the clash by clicking it and hitting tab. Alright, I'll try that. 10. So it does 10 damage. I may actually beat it with this. But it is actually targetable now, so what I can do is just hammer it with Hod. think so. Can you get another hit in as well? Potentially, but I feel like he's going to be cocooned and unable to act. That's what I'm guessing is going to happen. Oh, immediately staggered. Good work, Hod. Another one dead. Look at the day, we'll just continue hammering this one. Doesn't look untargetable. Oh, it's got a big dent in it now. Staggered baby. Slip a spider under the tree. Alright, fun fact. I had a nightmare last night about spiders. Like, legitimately, 100% legitimately, I had a nightmare about spiders last night. I have them semi-regularly. I really hate spiders. The background images has changed as well. Been an awful good spider killer, spider baby. So hurry down the chimney tonight. Targeted by spiderlings. Okay, so it doesn't actually see. Oh, bugger! The angry went away. I don't feel so happy about this. It feels like I just ruined a family. They're spiders, Hod. They don't have families or feelings. Who's he attacking? He's not. He's not attacking. Haha, he can't do anything. I've got him. Angry. Yeah, good work. Ooh. Suppression of spider bud complete. I like how quiet and peaceful this floor is. And the librarians here seem calm and collected, just like you are, Hod. Oh, hey, Roland. They may seem meek and quiet, but when they work hard. I rely on them a lot. Especially that Garen guy, he's real nice. And I'm relying on my librarians quite a bit too. What are you guys doing anyway, all gathered up here? It doesn't seem like you're sorting books. We were having a meetup of our book discussion group. We pick a book that catches our attention, read it, then talk about it. Not exactly the kind of meetups the librarians on my floor would like to have. I'm guessing your librarians are all gladly joining in with you then. Yeah, they are. They're helping me out with this more passionate. They're helping me out with this more passionately than I expected. I was thinking at least some of them would protest out of laziness. Imagine if you asked Netzak to join, he'd have run away before the meetup could even start. Haha, you got that right. You totally would. Still, I can tell things have changed from the past. I used to have similar meetups back in Lobcorp, you see. Really? I suppose those weren't the peaceful book club meetings you have now. You're right, I ran a counselling program with me employees. They're always living in fear of the abnormalities if they were lucky enough to survive. I wanted to be of help somehow. But back then I imposed myself and my ideas on them too hard. If the employee seemed ever so slightly uncomfortable with counselling, I beat myself up over it and let the wound fester inside of me. I was upset no one understood me goodwill.
이런 말해서 미안한데.
Sorry to say this, but Parsi sounds like a tiring one to deal with.
피곤한 성격이었고.
Quite rude. How dare you say that to Hard? I know, right? I think so too. All the things I did to help others weren't really out of goodwill or anything. I was just seeking consolation for myself. I wanted forgiveness for the misdeed I committed in my first life. By being helpful to others somehow.
그래서
So, did you get to be a helpful person? No, there's no way I'd actually be of any help with that kind of mindset. I even tried encapsulating.
엔케팔린이라.
Encapsulating? Huh? The pressure must have been serious if you started doing drugs. Despite everything I tried, I couldn't find salvation anywhere. Nothing I did could liberate me from the fact I was a bad person and a sinner.
그 짐을 내려놓을 수
And then you
있을
almost had the chance to
뻔했는데.
take the weight off your mind, but Angela foiled that in the end. Yeah, that's how it went. Even when Angela was standing in our way, I was only thinking about myself. Selfish, wasn't I? This was my one and only chance to finally repent once and for all, but it all came to naught. It's silly, I know. I was still too stupid to realise it then. You can't just become a good person through a good deed or two. What really matters is the mindset that prompts you to do such deeds.
심경의 변화가 생기는
And how'd you run into that realisation? Well, I learned it after talking to me librarians face to face and holding lots of meetups like this, ironically enough. I carefully suggested having these book club meetings too. Like you said, a few librarians didn't like the idea at first, but that Gerim guy was right on board with it. But when I explained why I wanted to hold this meetup and how I felt, they warmed up to it and helped me with enthusiasm. It wasn't about the method or action itself. I realised that we should lay our hearts out in the open and let our thoughts confront each other.
결과적으로는 좋은
All's
현상이야.
well that ends well. For sure. Maybe Angela looked forward to this outcome. Not sure if our prideful little Miss Library Director had the delicacy to set a plan so considerate. I think I'm going to confront her for real this time.
무엇을?
For what exactly? I'll face Angela and let her know what I think.
꽤나 큰 용기가
That's going to
필요할
take some courage. You're right, Angela still feels a bit distant and scary to me, but I'll try and approach her nonetheless.
나도 옆에서
And I'll be
응원해줄게.
rooting for you from the sidelines when that time comes. I'm sure as hell not getting involved. You might end up losing your limbs again if things don't go well. Are you going to be okay with that?
물론
From a distance. Did I just miss a line? I think I did. No, I didn't. Okay. You're a coward just like me, aren't you, Roland?
겁쟁이끼리 용기를
Well, hey,
내자고.
birds of a feather flock together. Let's both be brave together as cowards. Yeah, thanks for the encouragement, Roland. Odds of me. Ah. Ah. Oh. Unsurprising, not a single employee volunteered to retrieve the corpse of their cocooned colleague. Peter was dragged to the ceiling. In only a moment, the cocooned employee. Why spiders? Why? Why? Okay, I'm just not going to read the descriptions. On hit, if the dice roll maximum value, inflict 1 to 2 paralysis, bind, and fragile. Wow. On hit against a staggered enemy, all allies recover 2 to 4 HP. Enemies lose 1 power in clashes against the librarian. That's cool. Upon winning a clash, inflict bind and fragile. That's pretty cool. I don't know what that means, Jurist, and I would kindly like to request that you never, ever, ever say that or bring it up again. Fucking hell. Alright. What's a mass attack? I don't know. I assume they're ones that target everybody. I don't think we've seen any, but I'm fairly sure that's what it is. I also feel like you know what the answer is, Luca. Oh! So we have our new person. Does anyone want to be the librarian on Hod's floor? Do we have anyone calling for that? We'll also be getting one on Netzak's floor. If anyone wants to Bagsy one of those spots. Ethan. Alright, newbie Ethan. Just advise caution on that, Luca. Some of the things you bring up are things that are sort of spoilers if they're pointed out. It's a very fine line to walk. Yeah, Luna can be on Netzak's floor. Ethan, would you like to be Ethan or Ethan M? Up to you. But I'll be designing you, I'm afraid. Even though it is the spider floor, I'm happy to be with Hod. I mean, on her floor. Ethan or Anton? A preferred name for me, either works. No need to include name. Okay, I'll go with Ethan then, so it's more likely I'll remember it's you. I have a habit of forgetting these things. Little smile. Yeah. And we did get a new hoodie. Oh, actually, it kind of clashes with the hair, doesn't it? I'll mention this. When I was playing around, I did put Hod in this at one point, and it's like, this feels really disrespectful. Not many people can pull off this outfit, and I think it's bizarre that Meow managed to. But, yeah, it's not a great look for most people. Also, I find it very interesting that I can't, like, because these are the two ranged only pages. I can't put a melee operator in a ranged only page. But Leeway I can, because he can use ranged and melee. This look better in a different color? No, I'll just stick with it as like that. That's fine. Do you want the law reason or the technical reason? No, neither. I'm fine, thanks. I feel like it is a bit of a like not a disappointment, but it's a little bit disappointing. Right, combat entrance. Damn, how'd you spell it? Wow, I did actually spell it right. Cool. Just... we can't give Nathan the Tamaki outfit to match. I can't think of anything good for this. No, I can't think of anything good for this one. Let's use that one for now. A little bit flirtatious, sure. Alright, cool. Ethan, welcome. Oh, actually, before I forget, I unlocked a thing for Hod, didn't I? Not Hod. I keep doing that, you sod. Yeah, I'm going to hide that one though. And Ruina as well, I think was the other. Yep, definitely hiding that one. Did you give Ryan a katana? Apparently so, yeah. And let's check out Porcubus. Oh damn, I'm gonna have to build Ethan a burn deck, aren't I, at some point? Not right now though. Ooh, excuse me. Yeah, let's do Porcubus as well. Okay. Oh, my cleric. Some employees will wait for their turn to visit this thing's containment all day. That was the wrong accent. Whatever. Oh, please don't refer to it as drip. I hate that term. It's such a horrible term for clothes. God. Awful. There was nothing ecstatic about seeing a line of headless corpses, though. It's not as violent as others, and I heard it can give unimaginable happiness, too. It's quite slow, though. 1 to 3. Wide grin. Copy of pleasure. Thorns granting happiness. On hit, give the target 2 positive emotion coins. Fluttering, take no damage from ranged. Interesting. Unbearable pleasure. At the start of each scene, characters restore 1 light for each page of pleasure in their hand. If there are 3 pages of pleasure, deal 20 damage and exhaust those pages. Wow. So he's hitting me with 2 wide grin. That's fine. Dodge, strike, dodge. Me summoning Tetra from thin air so that he can possibly make his guy on this floor. I'm afraid it's already been claimed by Luna, the one on this floor. Maybe the next time though. None of these line up nicely against wide grin. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to go for that. Oh no, I guess I can hit the first one, can't I? Oh no, I can't. Because it's a 4. Yep, never mind. Oh, it flies weirdly. And it giggles. It has a lot of health. I pity the fools who don't know this happiness. Once you've had a taste of this sweetness, you can't quit. Well, that just comes across really weird. Wide grin. Okay, so I'm going to have to confront that. That's a... Why choose hard brawl over hard rehearsal? Because last time people said, oh, you shouldn't choose hard rehearsal because of the light regen. You shouldn't use that on the first turn. So I didn't. And people told me off because I didn't level up. See, this is why I don't know how it works. Pleasure. Okay. Yeah, so I need to use pleasure. Then Zach did level up. Oh, he did. Oh, no, sorry. Yeah, it's because these level up separately to these leveling up. Sorry about that, yep. But that's, yeah, that's why I chose it. Alright, let's just lay into him. Come on, Taylor. How do I do this then? Ah! Tab! That's really helpful. Thank you for telling me about the tab. Oh, good failure job, man. Yeah, let's go with the stagger resist. Who is Pierce? Becca! Wow, everybody rolled 5s. You know, the chances of rolling 5 5s, admittedly it's like a, what, a 2 to 5? But still, that's low chance. Game of Trust. Oh, the Game of Trust. Where you either win or nobody ever trusts you again. Tentacles time. Ah, Becca and her tentacles. God, don't even get me started. I don't know what that means, Ranta. 6, 2 copies of pleasure. Okay. 6 and then 10, 10. So I need to beat a 6. There's something more about my guild's cleric than I do. Look, there are things you cannot tell your guild master that you can tell your librarian manager. Don't judge. Oh, pleasure. I don't have a brawl, never mind. That's a 3 cost, so I can use a 2 on that one. Oh no, I can't because he's only a speed 1. Never mind. Let's tailor the shit out of you. Get tailored. That's so helpful, being able to just press tab to change it. This really does not seem difficult. Like, I'm absolutely nailing this guy. Netsack. Surprised there's no squid abnormality in Lobco. Seems like an easy one to make. Tentacles against a creature that gives pleasure. How has Ryan not driven you insane yet? He's actually a very chill guy. I mean, he's a little bit obsessed with his own death, but you know, who isn't? I go with if I retaliate there, and stab there, and then rehearsal. Unforgettable melody. Unforgettable melody. No. We're just completely messing him up. He seems really, really weak. Like, the pleasure thing is... Oh no, how scary. If I get 3 pleasure, what will I do? But he's not like spamming it enough that it's a threat. Yeah, brawl. Yeah, this was not a hard fight. I don't ever want to deal with something like that again. How's everyone who plays Limbus enjoying the event? Don't go into detail, just a simple answer. You don't reek of alcohol today. What's wrong? Because I didn't drink. I just want to stay sober today. Huh, what's gotten into you? Not alcohol, obviously.
술을 얻어먹지
You look
못해서
pretty sad to miss out on a chance to
아쉬운
drink.
이런.
Whoops, was
얼굴에
it
좀
that
티가
noticeable?
특별한 날이거든요.
Well, today's a special day.
오늘은
The day I
제가
died and
세상에서
perished from this
죽은
world.
날이에요.
그래?
Really?
지금이 며칠이지?
What's the date again?
여기 있다 보니
It's hard to keep
시간
track of
감각이
time
사라져서
staying here.
말이야.
며칠인지는
The
중요하지
date doesn't
않아요.
really matter.
바로 지금
It's this exact moment
이
I'm
순간이
commemorating.
그날이 첫 번째 삶에서
I learned all about the life and death of
Giovanni,
Giovanni, my first incarnation.
그런 의미였구만.
So that's what you meant, huh?
롤랑은
Do you think the followers of the Church of Gears are a bunch of fools, Roland?
삶의 의미를
You mean how they're so
얻는
desperate to
찾으려고
find meaning in their
사이비 기관에
lives?
들어가는 모습?
Going so far as to join a cult?
멍청하다고 생각하진
No, I
않아.
don't think they're stupid, they're just
불쌍할
pitiful.
뿐이지.
I look down on them and I think, what pitiful people.
저도 그렇게 생각해요.
That's what I think too.
전
I grew up without anyone to call parents.
나도 그래.
Same here, I was raised by my grandma. I had a rough childhood.
전 둥지에서
I was
태어나
born in a nest and got left in an orphanage without even knowing who my parents were.
아마 뒷골목
I'd
어딘가였다면
have died already if it
죽었을
was the
거예요.
back streets.
운 좋게 둥지에서
I was
태어나
lucky to be born in a
운
nest
나쁘게
and unlucky to have lost my parents so early.
어디 둥지였을까?
What nest was it?
K사 둥지였어요.
K Corpse.
무난하다고 들은
That's one of the more
둥지
decent
중
ones I've heard.
네,
Yeah, my life was pretty smooth.
남들보다
Slightly
조금
more
불행하고
unfortunate than others, but
남들보다
slightly
좀
luckier
운이
than
좋았죠.
others.
굶으며 자란 것도 아니고
I never really starved or got
괴롭힘을 받고
bullied
자란
by
것도
anyone.
아니에요. 어떤 자극도 없는
It was a sheltered life, free from any
진空
outside
상태에서 살아온
influence.
거예요. 아무 의미
All I did was
없이
breathe in that
숨을
shelter without
쉬어온
meaning.
거죠. 그게
Thought
너무
it was the
당연한
natural
줄
thing to do.
알았거든요. 전부 저와 같은 얼굴을 하고 있었으니까요.
Everyone else had the same expression as mine.
학교에서나
In
거리에서나
school or in the streets, all the people in the nest made the same
사람들의 표정은
face.
모두 같았죠.
뭐
Lost focus, spacing out and staring into empty places.
맞아요. 정말 그랬어요.
You're spot on.
이렇게 살아가다
I figured life just
저렇게
comes and
떠나가는구나.
goes.
그렇게 숨만 쉬며
I kept
살던
living a
중
monotonous life
제가
until I met someone with a
나중에
face
처음
I'd
보는
never
얼굴의
seen
사람을 만난
before.
거예요.
Oh, I'm guessing you met your first love?
첫사랑 그런가 봐요.
I suppose it was
정확히는
Giovanni's first love, to be
지오바니의
exact.
첫사랑이지만요. 거리 한복판에서
She was giving a passionate speech in the middle of the streets, even though no one paid attention to her.
그 사람이 말하는 내용은
Barely understood what she was saying, actually.
귀에 한 다만
All I could think about was how brilliant and alive a person could be.
라는
첫눈에 반했구나.
Love at first sight, eh?
그 사람은
I mean, we all know where this is going.
이 세상과
She went on about how she'll change the world and its people,
그리고
and she was looking for recruits to join her cause.
웃기지 않아요? 누가 둥지 안에서 자신의
Isn't it
삶을
funny?
걸고
Who in the nest would want to give up their comfortable life for research like that, really?
넌 참여했고.
Yet you did.
맞아요.
True. Maybe she went out into the street expecting to run into someone like
알긴
Giovanni.
했나 봐요. 그녀의 이름은
Her name was Carmen. Yeah. Saw that coming?
카르멘.
Carmen, huh?
카르멘이
Whenever I saw Carmen brimming with joy and pride for her cause, I felt alive too.
계속
I wanted to stay with her forever,
생각했어요. 하지만
though she probably just saw me as a good friend or colleague and nothing more.
친구 혹은 동료였을 뿐.
짝사랑이었나?
Ah, the heart-rending agony of unrequited love.
저는 그래도 상관없었어요.
Didn't matter to me that much. I was content with living on like that.
좋겠다고 하지만
But
그래.
then tragedy befalls the research team, right?
맞아요.
Yep, slowly.
천천히 연구의 진전은
Progress of
없고
our research stagnated and Carmen gradually lost her liveliness.
그리고
And then when a kid named Enoch died during an experiment,
그녀 안에서
it was as if something within her snapped.
전 뭐라도 힘을 주고
I wanted to
싶었지만
cheer her up somehow, but seeing Carmen's lethargic face scared me so much. It was like I was erased from the
너무
world.
무서웠어요. 그리고 카르멘은
And Carmen ended her own life shortly after that.
비극이군.
That sure sounds tragic. Must have shocked you hard.
받아들이지 못한 건
I could take
아니었어요.
it somewhat well. I was actually pretty calm about it.
누구보다 생기 있던 사람이
I thought even the person who was more alive than anyone could meet such an early and miserable end.
전 연구실을 떠나지 않고 카르멘이
I
바라던
decided to
연구를
stay in the
계속
laboratory to
도왔어요.
help out with completing the research Carmen started.
희망을 놓지
Her
않는
colleagues were
동료들이
still there and they didn't lose
남아있었거든요.
hope just yet.
그리고 어느 날
Then one day they said we
카르멘이
might
살릴 수 있을지도
possibly
모른다는
be able to
이야기가
save
나왔죠.
Carmen.
그냥 지나칠 수 없는
A tempting
이야기였겠고
offer, wasn't it?
그렇죠.
It was, and
그리고
대가가 따랐겠지.
I'm guessing it came at a price.
영영 깨어나지
It was a
못할지도
risky
모르는
experiment. The
실험이었어요.
subject could slip into a permanent coma if it went wrong. Wait. Who's this? Is it? Was it? Oh, it's his experiment. Yeah.
누구도 선뜻 나서지 못했지만
Sorry, I was
전부
confused. It's
참가한다고
like,
했어요.
but why would Angela slip into a coma? But no, of course, it's talking about how he died. No one was willing to participate, so I volunteered to be the subject.
실험이
Carmen
성공해서
coming
카르멘이
back would have
살아난다면
been the
제일
ideal
좋고,
outcome. But
반대로
even if it failed and I ended up
제가 영원히
sleeping
잠든다
forever, I was
해도
okay
그것도
with that.
좋았어요. 카르멘이 사라진
In a
삶에서
world without Carmen, I
지옥
lost my
아니면
light
다시 빛을
anyway.
잃었거든요. 그래서 전
So I can
폭력이란
understand
저런
people
극단적인
taking desperate
방식으로도
measures to
삶의
find meaning in
의미를
their
찾는
lives, like the
사람들을
Church of Gears we
이해할 수
saw.
있어요. 저도 마찬가지로
I participated in an experiment that could get me killed for a similar reason, and its result was
실패했군.
a failure, huh?
네,
Yep. Then I was
전 두
given a
번째
second
삶에서
life.
넷째가
Woke up
깨어나
in Lobotomy
로보토미
Corporation
사에서
as
일을 했죠.
Netzach.
삶에 대한 집착 따위는
Even though I'd already abandoned all attachment to life before I died.
그리운 목소리가
In the midst
들렸어요.
of confusion, I could hear a nostalgic voice. It told me to try and live on.
그래도 여러 일을
After
겪고
all those
여기까지
twists and
왔어요.
turns, I finally got
삶을
here.
이어갈 것이라는
Now with the fearlessness to keep on living.
기특하구만.
That's a
넷째.
commendable spirit, Nets.
그리고 이제
Don't call me that.
그저 숨만
And
쉬는
now I
삶보다는
want to actually live rather than just
정말로
barely exist while
살아보고
doing
싶어요.
nothing but breathe.
그럴 기회가 생긴다면요.
If I get a chance to, that is.
어쩌면
I'm starting to think it
이번에는
might actually be
가능할지도
possible this time
모르겠다는
around.
생각이 드네요.
Oh, sorry. I'm starting to think it might actually be possible this time around.
세상은
The
생각보다
world is
넓고
bigger than I
추악함도
expected, and there's
많지만
lots of hideous sides, but
아름다움도
there certainly is
분명히 있는 것
beauty to be
같거든요.
found.
술을 줄창
I guess your
마시는
drinking
것도
habit was a coping
어떻게든
mechanism to
하루를
get you through each
버텨보려고
day.
했던 거네.
맞아요.
Pretty
그래도
much. I do enjoy
술
alcohol
마실
for what it
좋아하긴
is,
해요.
though.
나도 그래.
Same for me.
이제
I feel like a drink
할까요?
now. Shall we?
좋지.
I'm all
오늘을
for it.
기념해보자고.
Cheers for today. Finally, you stopped talking. Interesting. Carmen is a fascinating character. Like, I don't find Carmen as interesting as I find Angela. But Carmen... I can't help but compare her to Rose Quartz in my head. I just... There are so many parallels in this person who seems amazing and inspires such loyalty and such love in everyone around her, but can actually be incredibly selfish and is nowhere near as good a person as anybody thought they were. And it's only revealed like years later, after their death and their sort like their child, their offspring, their continuation. In this case, Angela and the people left behind. It feels kind of weird how the game calls out Netzach's drinking as a coping mechanism, but then goes back to funny Netzach and Roland get drunk gag. It feels like a mixed message. I think it's because it's a different vibe to it. He's not getting drunk because he can't bear not to be. He's getting drunk because he wants to celebrate this improvement. Like, he has a... I don't know. I mean, I don't know much about alcoholism, and I don't want to get too deep into it. But it's possible it's not, like... It's not actual alcoholism that he has, as much as a need for distraction. So whether it's alcohol or like enkephalin, whatever works. So it's less about he can't stop drinking, and more, he can't stop distracting himself. But then when he doesn't need to distract himself, the things that he used to do to distract himself are no longer as harmful. I could be misinterpreting. I don't know. I apologize if I'm mischaracterizing any of this stuff. I don't know much about this stuff. That's just my take. Thorns. At first all I had to do was be lightly pricked by one of the thorns. Now I have to rub my whole body against it to get the same high. Now it's time for my head to burst. Good day. When the powder that falls from the thorns becomes known to the world, people will forever sink into the swamp of intoxication. Successful pierce attack inflict a thrill. Against targets with 3 or more thrill, deal 2 to 7 bonus damage. Wow. Okay. Interesting to note that that isn't limited. Like, something I noticed when I was building the key pages is ones like the paralysis infliction from like the Brotherhood of Robot Face people. Can't remember what they're called. But they were like, they inflict paralysis on a successful attack, limited to once per scene. So that makes them quite weak, frankly, in comparison. But that is not limited. So if I put that on Becca, and then she hit with like 3 pierce attacks in a row, that's an instant 3 thrill in one turn. Brotherhood of Iron. Dice power +1. Reduce maximum stagger resist by 50. Interesting. When hit, recover 2 to 4 stagger resist if the character isn't staggered. Interesting. Yeah, not bad. That feels pretty spot on, Garen. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you think so. I will mention it again. I'm doing Milgram analysis videos. The second one came out yesterday. Yeah, if you like my thoughts on difficult subjects that I don't really know much about, but I'm just sort of guessing based on my experience of the world so far, you might enjoy those. So I've already done 2. Right, and this one is Luna. Would you like Luna or Luna Willow? I'll put Luna Willow for now. The back hair doesn't seem to mesh as well. It just doesn't look as connected as it did in Lobco. Luna Willow is fine. Okie dokie. Yeah, we'll go with that. Skin tone. No one has had white hair yet, you are correct. Maybe the next one. Oh, true. Yeah, grey is the lightest it can go. You can't get the pure white, which is weird because NPCs have it. Like him. I can't get hair that color. Right, let me just remind myself what Nezak's theme is. Zvai Association, just checking. Or blue suits in general. What do we already have? Yeah, that's a different one. That'll work. I don't know much about you, Luna, so I'm going to go with Arknights references, because I think you play Arknights, if I'm remembering correctly. Victory cry. Death. On ally death. And on a kill, Guardian Spectre. Just absolutely no context on that. It's just something you scream on a victory, on a kill. Sure. I really like the look of this floor. Alright. So I'll hopefully not have to actually give you any thingies. I'll deal with that another time. I think maybe only another half hour and then I'll call it today, because I'm beginning to... Like, I really feel like it's impacting my voice and I don't like that. Right. I mean, we could do a little bit of... Alright, now I'll do one more proper fight. And then I think I'll try some of these unlocks. So let's try this one. Yuna and Salvador. Do I have... I do have Yuna. Oh, I haven't burned the books. Wow, I've got like no copies of bloody anything. Wow, 4 Yuna pages. Oh, and I get that one as well. Oh no, that's not as good. It's Thingy's one that's really good. Ah, that explains why he ran away, because it did seem like a really powerful ability. Hang on, I thought I could only ever get one copy of an Object Day Art card. Or is it that I can only use one copy? I think it's can only use one copy. Ah, no, I get one copy per kind. Yeah, no, I'm with it. I'm with it. I got it. Yeah, the rule with backseat gaming is it's okay as long as you don't spoil stuff and as long as you don't get annoyed if I don't follow what you say. Those are the rules. But yeah, like here, you get one per type, and that's the limiter. So I burned enough to get these. Yeah, I'm gonna have to refight a load of these. So I'm gonna burn these other 2 because I'm gonna have to refight that a couple of times to get some extra copies. Yeah, I haven't got any Salvador ones, have I? Alright. Let's have a look at this one then. Interesting, it shows you what you can get from it. So I'm going to have to redo that fight a few times, but that's fine. I'll do that, and then I'll build... who is it? Ethan as a fire? I don't know what I'm going to build Luna as yet. You're against no grime mod, I assume? At the moment, I don't see the need for it. Refighting stuff isn't that arduous, and it allows me to learn the game better. So I have no issue with it at the moment. Wow, tiny maids. I didn't expect that. Sure, okay. Help yourself, you're gonna starve to death if you don't eat anything. Thanks for the meal, but I don't feel like eating yet. No wonder your office got wiped out. You should harden your heart still. Oh, it was Malchus' floor that was going to get burned. What was I thinking of then? Oh no, that's Hod's floor. Sorry, I'm confusing myself. Anyway. Do you think it was your fault? Yes, had I stopped them, had I been stronger and more mature, had I stayed there and not run away, then it's your fault. Huh? Oh, ex-Dawn Fixer. You were too daft and weak to keep the others safe. It's your fault that everybody died. Feel better now? Think what you want. When something happens, all you gotta do is make up reasons that are convenient to you, no? It's not like you actually care about the cause, you just want to believe whatever that convinces you. Oh, Bloodborne. Hey kids, don't bully that boy too hard. I didn't do anything, it was all Pameli. Alright, Philip. Feeling well enough to talk now? Yes, thank you for your kindness. We are sister officers, of course, gotta help each other out. I'm sorry we couldn't help. We were in the middle of handling a case of the distortion on the streets of District 12. Those victimized by the 8 o'clock circus had a show of pure insanity and hedonism. It was akin to a festival in hell, gave us quite a bit of trouble. I had to get my body replaced too. This one's seriously not my style. I don't like being a tiny maid. Is that a robotic body? Doesn't that shape infringe the ethics amendment though? It's not mechanical, it's a clone of my body. I got biological body recovery insurance some time ago. Pameli's body was torn apart beyond repair, so this was the only way we had left of her. Her head was thankfully intact. I thought fixer insurances were a complete robbery, but it did help us out for once. Speaking of, doesn't your office have any insurance? Yeah, I was a relatively new member, so I didn't know that much. She is taller in the flashback. I just assumed that was a perspective thing. Oh, she's the clone of the other one, which is why they're both tiny. I get it now. That's clever. Yeah, you'll want to see if the office had any. There are many types of insurance with various conditions. It's so nice to have a body again, but why did it have to be this? What? I urgently had body cloning surgery to save you, and this is how you thank me? What's the point? Even just looking in the mirror is discouraging. Don't you dare damage that body. You know what? Why don't you die a permanent death this time? That way you can't be recovered by any means. You won't have to pay me for my clone body then. You're asking for a fight? Yeah, you punk. You certainly are masterful at making sangwa char, as Salvador said. You flatter me, sir. A penny for your thoughts, Philip. Did the library appear to be related to the distortion phenomena in any way? I'm not sure. I haven't experienced the distortion myself. But the place looked more alien than anything I've ever seen. And Master and Siambe, they got turned into books there. That doesn't help. Several associations have started keeping an eye on this matter. It's not just the associations, even the wings and fingers are clueless about what to make of the distortion. Alright. You don't seem too interested in the current topic. You must want to forget about all this fuss about the distortion and head right back to the library and retrieve the books of your colleagues. I wish I could do just that. But my master said to me in his note that I shouldn't act hastily and instead depend on your aid. That old friend left me with quite the troublesome little git. Death is a staple in this business, but his wife and children must be heartbroken still. Have you met them? No, I couldn't visit them yet. Why is that? I'm too ashamed to face them. Our next stop will be the library. Ready your gear. Thank you, sir. Don't mistake this for kindness. We're simply taking you with us because we were already planning to go there. And this is the least I can do to bear responsibility for my old friend's death. Personally, I'd never let a fixer like you join my office. You're really irritating, and those glasses make you look silly. It would give us a bad name. Is it wrong? Is it so pathetic for me to want to repay the favors of my colleagues for their sake? Everyone says not to act upon attachment, that it's unclassy and naive thing to do. Can't we as fixers, no, as people living in the city, do anything on the behalf of others? Gosh, you're insufferable. He didn't say that you're wrong or anything. He just doesn't want those kinds of fixers in our office. Simple as that. Don't be a miserable ass. Nothing is as unreliable as someone who's easily swayed by their feelings. You want us all to die so you can fulfill your ideals, or what? You must be sincerely believing that your actions are for others. That you are different from all the other unkind and selfish denizens of this city. Thinking that you are fighting for some higher cause. But know that those are entirely selfish thoughts. It is the most dangerous kind of selfishness. You deceive yourself into thinking you're selfless. There can be no such thing as a selfless action for us humans. Even the act of self-sacrifice is ultimately for oneself. I mean, it can be, but usually it isn't. A very dangerous kind of selfishness, one that slowly eats away at your peers and leads them to damnation. Oh, no, like I was taking as literal self-sacrifice, giving up your life or something, but yeah. Other kinds, yeah. Actually, I suppose they can be. You gave a fine speech, but I must wonder if you're truly upset for the sake of Salvador and your other late colleagues. I'll go prepare myself. Well, that Philip guy seems to be hurt, but I agree with Oscar here. Few things are as dangerous and nasty as selfishness in the guise of for the sake of someone else. I think I know what you mean. The determined to work for the good of others can be a dreadful and loathsome weapon. Especially if one strongly believes that the justice they're pursuing is worth sacrificing for. They're blinded by self-righteousness and have no regards for their surroundings. They don't care what happens to others. They just justify themselves for pressing forward, pursuing their justice, crushing everything in their way. Wow, this might be the first time we understood each other for real. I'm touched, man. How about some champagne? Stop frowning already, would you? You're so annoying. He's still recovering. We should give him some space. Tiny things like this can still affect my psyche. Sorry, almost said physique. Never mind. You don't need to care about me. I'll try not to be a hindrance. I'll stab you as soon as I determine that you're getting in our way. Greetings, dear guests. Though your group seems to be in rather ill mood. There are 4 of them. Oh no. I thought you were a machine, but could it be you're partially human?
너무 그렇게 노려보지는
Don't stare at us so viciously now. We just poked you to make sure, not to kill you or anything.
무례하네.
How rude.
예절이란
Hasn't
것을
anyone taught
배우지
you to
못했나?
behave? I
도서관의
heard the
사서는
librarian of this place is
상냥하다고
supposed to be
들었는데
nice.
다짜고짜 뺨을 날리는
That's because
손님에게
that's Hod you're
더 이상
talking about.
예의를
Hod
갖출
isn't here.
필요성을 못 느껴서 말이야.
Someone advised me that there's no need to be courteous with ill-mannered guests who slap and spit in my face without reason. I apologize. We couldn't afford to be polite when our very lives are under risk.
어린아시겠어?
Oh, really now?
전에 들은 정보와는
This
인상이
isn't like
다르네.
we heard about her at all.
나름의 고충이 있나
She must
보지.
have had her own woes. That's interesting. Like, they, at the same time, are like, yeah, I mean, we've heard they're basically just a machine, but, you know, I'm sure she has her own problems. Sorry, 1 floor available for 2 acts. Oh, no. Oh, no. Upon taking a lethal blow, reduce all incoming damage, including what activated this, by 25 for the scene. Pierce 1, Pierce Stagger, Pierce Dice. Wow. Well. That's not even an object de art. I mean, Netzak's not Netzak. Becco is probably going to be getting that one. Unless I rebuild Netzak to be a Pierce. One to 5, or with the Pierce dice power, 2 to 6. Eesh. Wow. Wow. Pierce power, dice power. Oh, excuse me. No, just stretching. Wow. Okay. Ah, so she's about the stagger, she's about the damage. And he's got the passion and the stigma weapon. Rue. Ah, that's interesting. His cards have changed because he's ruining things now. Haha. All 2 costs as well. Interesting. Alright, I don't actually know if I can take these guys. Like, my instinct would be to send in Hod, but I mean, Ethan's just gonna die because I haven't built him at all. If I just give him a thing. I'm just gonna give him something to get it, to let him play. I don't expect to win this one. This seems... I'm really unsure what the next act is going to be. Sorry, I just right-clicked. So annoying you can do that.
아무것도 안 먹으면 죽을 거.
I'm really unsure what the second act is going to be. Usually these guys would be the second act. But yeah, let's send in Hod. Hod's hoodies. Alright. It won't be the same as the last. I don't want to run. Please don't get into the same trouble as last time. You should know how much of a hassle it is. Seems like you've learned nothing from the incident last time. Keep your focus on the enemies. You want to pick fight, sir? Why don't you worry about your own body? You made me put my book down for this. Okay. Well, they're going for Nathan, which is good, because you're my sacrificial lamb, Nathan. Sorry, but you are. 4 to 8. Jeez. Oh no. That's my best chance. Four to 8. Intercept somebody, I'd guess. Yeah, intercept that one. I'd noticed before it was pointed out, for the record. And then, oh, yeah, what are you doing? Actually, Rue is probably the lightest thing here. 1 to 5. Yeah, alright. Just hit back with that. Hard rehearsal. What's the other thing? Yeah. Go the cleanup. I need to kill him off. Okay. Not bad. Not bad. Not terrible. Nice. Not bad. Not good. Not bad. Not good. Bad. Alright, 4 to 7. Hard rehearsal. Four to 7. Yeah. That's a 0 cost. Bloody hell. Oh yeah, like it's not with undue confidence. I feel that I think this is an incredible build. I've put so much effort into making all of these incredible. They all do like extra damage against bleed. They all inflict a lot of bleed. It's pretty good. This. I'm really quite proud of this floor. Let's go for Sky Clear. And also I think I'll intercept that one. Actually, what's that? 3 to 7. Yeah. Actually, no, sorry. Intercept that one if you could. Let's go for draw a card as well. Alright. I'm quite... yeah, one could say that I'm quietly confident. No, I've learned my lesson. I'm not quietly confident, but I think this is my best chance, and that they will do better than I think you're expecting. Oof. Except maybe Ethan. I reckon if Ethan was fully built, I'd easily... not maybe easily, but I'd definitely win this. Cocoon. Interesting. No. Always acts on hard. Oscar's been hit pretty hard. Yeah, Oscar's going down, and because this is my first fight with this, I'm not worried about making sure he goes down last or anything. I just want to kill him. Sharpen blade. 6 to 18 and then deal 5 damage. Jeez. Zoom out a bit. Now that we've got so many people, I do need to zoom out. Alright, I'll intercept Blonde Maid. Toru. Could we have a maid floor? Oh, that'd be great. Imagine Gabura with a maid floor. Oh, hey, Skier. I didn't know you were still here. Why'd you imagine these cursed things? Are you saying you don't want to see Gabura as a maid? Three to 7. Ink over. And then clean up. Alright, we've got a couple of spares. What's that one? Sharpen blade. So sharpen blade also on him. And you clean up. There. The red maid! Ah, that's so good. Or Binner. Yeah, Binner's maids. That could work, because she has like a black attire anyway, so her default outfit might actually work with it. Nice, staggered. Oh, shoot. Yeah, I forgot that he reduced incoming damage. He ran away again! I saw it! Oh, I can't believe he ran away again. He's going to be the next wave, isn't he? The Arby maid. Yeah, I like to lean into Hod being so powerful. I can't believe that bugger ran away again. I can't seem to move. I can't take another step ahead. This doesn't feel good. We should be on our toes. I warned you after the last time. Watch your front. Can't believe he ran. Little git. Ooh, damn. Lam is almost out. He does have 10 hit points. Yeah, that is a good point. To be honest, Lam is the only one who's taken a beating. Everybody else is fine. 4 to 8. He's got 12 bleed. Yeah, that's an overkill. Waste. I do need to hit him with something else, I think, just to be sure. So I think I'll hit him with this cleanup. So he's definitely down now, I think. Okay, I think that's good. Let's wait for the angry face. Oof. Staggered. Ooh. Two down. I didn't want to make a mistake. Perhaps I should have... Perhaps I gotten too slowed up. Yeah, he does die after his next attack, but it said he's got bleed this scene, so I wasn't certain it would fade over time. I didn't think it would, but I don't know. I think it only fades when it's used. I look forward to reading your book, Winky Face. Alright. Roll. Ink over. Alright, I think he should sit out of this. Let's face it with that one. Because he's in the best position. Oh, sorry, I missed an angry face. Ooh. Yeah, I'm guessing the next one's going to be Philip, and he's going to be pissed. That was such an idiotic move. I'll take a souvenir as a bookmark. Yet again, I thought I could fight with them until the end this time. How long am I going to keep hiding behind others? What could I have changed if I stood with them and fought along? If only I had the courage to stand up to something. If I had that courage, Oh, I've just had a thought. Is he about to mutate? He might be, because they keep mentioning the distortion. And he's probably going to be on his own. Interesting. When I was told to run, I hesitated. If I run away leaving my master and Sionbe behind, they might think of me as a coward. Maybe they actually wanted me to stay with them. But the decision I made was to listen to them, believing it was for their sake. I convinced myself I'd only be a hindrance if I stayed. There's nothing I could do here, so I should go outside and ask others for help. This is all for Sionbe and Master. That I'm doing this for others. I was determined to sacrifice myself for others, and now I'm just soliloquizing in the dark. But I forfeited telling myself this wasn't the right time. Told myself it's fine because I'm a selfless man. Said a vile and selfish person. I involved Wedge Office. God, he is just soliloquizing the bloody hell out of it, isn't he? I involved Wedge Office telling them this was for my master and Sionbe, and I took their sacrifice for granted and ran away again. It's not for myself. Trying to justify what I wanted to do. Endlessly parroting for them, for others, for someone else, for whom? The words I uttered to disguise my selfishness as something greater. He was right. I was the most selfish and dangerous person. I don't want to embellish my motives saying it is for others. Stop fucking talking! I was doing it all for me. For myself above anything else. For me, who's feeling sadder than anyone. Yeah, he did. He distorted. Oh. Okay. Oh, would you look at that? No one's gonna cry on my behalf, even if I'm sad. This sadness is mine to bear after all. Or so either he distorted or he manifested ego equipment. If I must carry this emotion, if I can't get rid of it, if I have to repeat this cycle of sinking into the swamp of despair and then thinking whatever comforts me, then I'll take the path of getting back on my feet with this sadness instead. Because I believe... Stop soliloquizing, dear God. I believe I could do it. I believe it's what I must do. I have to move forward. This power has to be an opportunity given to me. Okay. I'll end the fight for sure this time. Oh, where are we now? Shimmering. At the start of each scene, exhaust all pages in hand and deck. Add new pages and their cost becomes 0. At the start of the scene, so he's going to spam 3 every turn. At the start of the scene, inflict 3 burn to all enemies if the character is not staggered. Unstable Shell of Ego regularly shifts between Feather Shield and Searing Sword modes, inflicting burn after taking hits and upon attacking. Interesting. Okay. The advantage is that his emotion level is reset to 0, whereas mine is still bloody high. We'll use Blazing Strike in 3 scenes. After taking a hit, inflict 2 burn. Take -5 damage. Wow. Well, how does it work? Regularly shifts between them. Okay, well it doesn't say how regularly, so I'm just going to have to go. I'm just going to have to hit him as much as I can anyway. Yeah, Lam's screwed. Sorry, mate. Rueful Eventide, Feather Shield, and Feather Shield. Jeez. Alright. What's the best way to do this? Dodge, dodge, strike. Yeah, he's not going to take damage from that, but he will take bleed. Just to counter it. This one. Dodge, dodge, strike. Hammer him. If you're going to die, then you're going to have such an end as to be worthy of remembrance. Alright. I think we're ready to absolutely fucking pelt this guy with bleed. Nine bleed. 11, 16, 17, 21, 25 bleed in one turn. That's not bad, guys. You gotta admit, 25 bleed in one turn. And that's without the deal double bleed. Oh. I'm gonna go with alertness on Hod. I'm just leaning into Hod. I mean, they are quite burned, which is not good. I reckon I can stagger him. Ah, no, it does have... It's counting down, look. So he's got one more feather shield. Oh, wow, they're up to 3. Oh, this is my first time I've hit emotional level 4, isn't it? So what are they getting from it? Speed dice amount. Oh wow, look at that. There's after playing 2 or more blah blah blah. Interesting. Very nice. Dodge, dodge, cut. What do I want to block that with? That one. Yeah. Ready for it? As soon as Hod gets angry. Three. One more hit. He staggered. Okay. Hod is almost... everybody's not doing well, but we've got a full turn of attacking here. Ho ho ho! I can't do ink over, so I'm just going to hit him with everything I can do. Get angry, 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 angry. And we have won, maybe. No, no, he's still got a lot of health. That Hod. Did he run away again? Oh god. Oh my god, Philip, what are you doing? Obtain 2 copies of Feather Shield. Three Book of Pamela, 2 of Oscar, 3 of Pameli, and 1 of Wedge offers. Imperfect Ego. Kurokumo Henchman. Imperfect Ego. And Imperfect Ego. Okay. But yeah. Yeah, somehow Ethan survived. I mean, Lam died because his build is around inflicting bleed on self. I did give him some regen. But I think that went really well. Ah. I do love this floor. Like, I am very proud of the way I built this floor. There's so much synergy and it's very effective. Whoa, what's up with that Philip kid? Why does he keep running away like a coward? When did he get such a high-performing workshop gear? No, not even the workshop could make equipment as good as that. So this is where they're going to reveal it was ego equipment? He manifested his own ego equipment? Because he was in the library! He was in the library, which is where self-actualization from the singularity allows people to manifest things. Fascinating. This actually reminds me of that guy. Ego. That appears to be ego. Ego? You mean the ego? Like someone's consciousness? It's a silly wordplay. They're essentially the same thing. The shell of one's ego. It's a physical manifestation of the mind. What? The mind? Physically brought about? That sounds way too vague to be a real thing that could happen, he says while stood in the library that she admitted was conjured from her mind. It was the singularity of L Corp, although the process was different. While L Corp extracted ego directly, Philip must have manifested his thanks to the influence of the White Nights and Dark Days. Yes, I understand somewhat now.
뭐야, 혼자 납득하고. 그럼 저런
Put the
힘을
brakes on your
돈도
train
안
of thought for a
벌고
moment. You
마음에서
mean anyone can
마음만
just
쓰이는
extract
거라고?
powerful equipment like that from their mind, free of charge?
나도 직접 발현한
Don't
것을
rush me.
본 건
This is my
처음이니까
first time seeing it
그렇게
manifest
닥달하지
this
마.
way.
정 궁금하면
If you were so
그
curious,
녀석이
you shouldn't have let him
도망치게
get
두지
away.
말았어야지.
Again. Again.
아,
Oh, I
나도
didn't know that Coot
모르겠다.
would pull that,
그 할배가
put that kind of
그런
device on
잔치를
him.
가뒀을
Old man
줄이야.
Oscar's still not too honest to himself.
여전히
나이 많은 친구들이 여러
You seem to have a number of old friends.
그야 구를 때로
Well,
구른
yeah, they're
늙은이들이니까.
seasoned veterans with mountains of experience, which is why me, an old, washed-up, no good two-bit fixer, is good friends with all of them. It's hard not to run into them at least once or twice, you know? I've not read the novels, so no spoilers from the novels, please. Wow. I mean, I'm going to say this again after beating the meow fight. Are you proud of me, guys? You didn't think I could do it? You gave me a 60% chance at best, and I did it. Ha ha! Fantastic. Right. Let's have a quick look at the stuff we got. So there's an eye patch. 5% chance to boost stagger by 1 when targeting in target with attacking target with 10 plus bleed. Or 1 extra HP. Look at her! She looks so cute. Oh, she looks adorable. Ah. Ha ha. Oh, look at her. I mean, that one's probably better. But I'm going with that one because she looks so adorable. Oh yeah. I also unlocked this one while I was farming stuff. Which is from using the red shoes 10 times. So I put that one on because that fits the build better. Same with the face for him. Oh, and the dark cloud for him. Yes, good eye. Yeah, all of I found out, you see, that these are unlocked by the battle symbols, which is part of why I want to go through and farm them all. I mentioned it earlier in the stream, yeah, that I went through and I gave everybody new titles. So I'm not going to call attention to them, they're just there now, so you can notice them as and when. But yes, because you unlock them by these, so like I can now call him Imperfect Cloud, because I've got the imperfect ego. So that's why they're all 2 words, because then you unlock those 2 words as titles you can give them, which is a really cool system. It's like nice and dynamic. So that's why I want to go through this this list of ones I've got, so I can get some things. So I unlocked some of these as well. I can't remember if I did that on stream. Yeah, you don't get glasses though, I'm afraid. Like, you can wear them, you just can't be seen to be wearing them. That would be mean. That would be mean to give you that. So yes, that was really, really good. Alright, let's very quickly then see how many of these we can do. So we will start with Roland's team, as he has had absolutely no play today. I shudder to imagine what he'll put on my nugget. Oh, Ranty, just you wait. I really hope there's a Queen of Hatred in this. No reason, I just hope there is. Right. First one. Where are they? No, I think it's after that. Book office? No. There. Sans, Lulu, and Mars. I don't have the spare books because they're all slotted into other things. Oh no, because I burned them all. I don't know. It won't let me. Alright, I guess I can't do that one. Alright, we'll do this one then. Although I suspect he's already got this one. Because it's Roland. I don't know what it is. I assume it's a headgear. Yeah. See, defeat the rats encounter all with a single character. So Deer and Mr. Taz don't have that, so we can do that one. Just to show you what this is. I feel like this would be an incredibly tedious thing to do on stream, so I will do it off stream. But why can I not? There. Because I discovered you can turn these off. So I will fight all of these with Deer. And Deer, I have not actually got to try out yet. Because you see, Deer is a ranged build. How much health do these guys have? 10. What are they? Yeah, they're quite vulnerable to pierce, but not pierce. Alright. Oh my god. Don't you love it when you go to a library and the first librarian literally just shoots you dead where you stand? Sure, get extra health, why not? Oh my god. That's so funny. So yeah, that's basically what I can do. I can just go through and like move down the list with each character. Is that something people are interested in, or should I do it off camera? Like, the thing that could be interesting about it is finding out the tricks to discovering all of these. But I mean, you can look it up if you want to, unless you want to see it. Not really fun to watch, according to Luca. Completely up to you, according to Ranta. I think I would rather do it off camera if there isn't anyone who particularly wants to see it, because, yeah, it's not the most fun thing for me either. And if I'm doing it off camera, like with the building the decks, I can take a bit more time over it and like watch something while I'm doing it, that kind of thing. Could always record it and post it somewhere. I feel like that would be incredibly tedious to edit. Probably off camera, I'm fine hanging out either way. Definitely an off camera thing. Alright, off camera it is. But no, recording it and posting it means I can't watch anything, because then that'll get caught in the recording. So no, I'll if I'm doing it off camera, I won't bother recording it. I don't think it's that interesting, and yeah, there are just guides to it. So unless there are some that are particularly tricky, like I'll just call out a couple. Take 3 hits with Finn equipped as the key card. So you just got to get hit 3 times. Inflict 3 bleed with bistro pages. Deal 20 damage in 1 act against stray dogs. That one's really specific. Take 5 hits from Julia or Isadora. Like, at this stage, I probably can just tank 5 hits, no problem, because my guys have so much more health and resistance and stuff. But, like, those early on might need special guides to do. I probably can't farm the abnormality pages ones, because those are slow. But now you've got to make a video edited to a song like your New Vegas Sandman video. That was so much work, but I'm still proud of it. Gain 3 paralysis while fighting the Brotherhood of Iron. Like, they have to inflict it on you 3 times. Here's one that's virtually impossible to farm. Win with 1% HP remaining. How? How can you farm that? That's just pure luck, yeah. Crazy. But yeah, then, I mean, the fact is that none of them are spectacular. They're not ego equipment. They are just tiny boosts. 5% chance to boost pierce damage by 1. Oh, fantastic, Roland. Oh, I love that. Actually, he's probably better with that. Because that boosts evade, which is actually more to his style. But yeah, so that is about a wrap. I will be back next Wednesday to continue, and I will hopefully have done a load of these. I will farm the fights that we've done today, these 2, and hopefully max those out. Hey, Colinium. General work shouldn't have too much trouble with that one. Whatever the one Abno card that does damage to you if you don't deal damage isn't capable of killing you. Oh, interesting. Okay. But yes, thank you very much for watching. Hope I haven't sounded too, today. Apologies if you feel I have. If you're watching on YouTube, check out my Twitch. I'll be streaming, hopefully, Cult of the Lamb on Monday, and you'll want a Twitch account for that so you can join the cult. If you're watching on Twitch, check out my YouTube. VODs are posted on there. Whole Lobco series, etc. Loads of videos almost daily. Either way, join the Garen Reaver Discord, linked below the Twitch in the description of the YouTube stream. Check out my social media, same place. And also please check out my Patreon. Pledges on there make a big difference. And all patrons get a vote on like first impressions and stuff that I do, so loads of nice rewards. Yeah. So thank you very much for watching. Have a good weekend. I've got a nice party that I'm going to this weekend for a friend's birthday, or more like a meal out than a party, but still, I'm looking forward to that. That'll be fun. And yeah, Hod's team's great. Welcome Ethan to the best floor. So have a good weekend. See you Monday for Cult of the Lamb. And I will catch you later. Also check out my Milgram videos. Bye bye.